something to say about everything that you do. When you do something that's real to
yeah.
you that they don't align with, artificial love finna call you out, act funny, say you acting funny, say you switching up. That they're finna do everything that they can to get you to go back.
Yeah, they're gonna try to just.
You know what I'm saying? Artificial love doesn't come with elevation. It's a place of where you think you're building patience, but you only procrastinate.
Spray my house with frankincense to start my day again. Yeah. Today I had to disconnect from my low vibrating friends. Yeah. Hey. Spray my house with frankincense to start my day again. Hey, hey, hey. Tell me what part of receiving love make you hate a man. Let's talk about it. Digging deep, I'm releasing. I was broken in pieces. I had to pick up the pieces. Life had a new meaning. People fake for no reason. You need to tame that demon. I fall back cause I seen it. I ain't about to be the focus on me. I love you, my G, but how you moving just ain't for me. I don't think I'm better, I just know peace. You say I ain't low cause I'm lower than me. You see, to love you, I gotta love me. I don't fake my reality. You hate my vibe, apparently. I be vibing high, what you waiting for? I'm sorry, I cannot be your scapegoat. All I give is love, what you waiting for? I just gave you the game, what you waiting for? Spray my house with frankincense to start my day again. Today I had to disconnect from my low vibrating friend. Spray my house with frankincense to start my day again. Tell me what part of receiving love make you hate a man.
Hey, it's Kai. I told my 3D friends when I woke up that we can't kick it. It's all love, but I got a mission. Gotta cut back on toxic emissions. Feel like a nuclear fission. Accent with the flow, how my atoms splitting, spitting. Roaming four corners when I'm in the kitchen. Feeling like I'm Bobby Hemmings. I used to celebrate my madness just like MTV. Ain't have no sense of direction, I had to live. Couldn't play in the flow of life cause I lost my piano keys. Way too disconnected, couldn't tell the wind talk through the breeze. Ain't finna roll up on no Fronto, I'd rather spark up Palo Santo. Cleanse the energy where I go, frankincense and myrrh for my goal. Is it out with the old and in with the new? My lower nature is a part of me too. Gotta watch the vibrations I'm eating, that's food. You recycle the energy they already use.
Spray my house with frankincense to start my day again. Today I had to disconnect from my low vibrating friend. Hey, spray my house with frankincense to start my day again. Hey, yeah. Tell me what part of receiving love make you hate a man.
Peace, 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 family. Shadowwork Sundays, you already know the vibes where self-love is therapy. I am King Manifest.
You dig, and I'm Ak Khalil.
I say. Much gratitude to the tribe.
So,
Peace to the tribe. Much gratitude to the tribe. You already know. So today's episode is actually about the Rainbow Collective. And for us to alchemize this information and really bring understanding to the Rainbow Collective, we have to break down what the rainbow is, and the meaning and the cosmic metaphysical aspect of the rainbow, that we are reflecting.
Indefinitely. Yeah.
So we're gonna start it off. What you say?
No, you already on.
Man, you already know. So we're gonna start it off with actually we have a new member to the team, of beginning the show for our sound frequency. And so we're gonna start off with the root chakra bell. And so I'm just gonna play it a few times just to ground us, and then so we're gonna do a few exercises, before we go into the information.
Yeah, man, we got a few exercises to This is gonna be a new a thing, like he said, a few exercises to help y'all tap in and really tap into the frequency of the whole download of the podcast. So yeah, y'all just get calm and take these vibrational activations in.
I say. I say.
Shade.
And so the next
So
exercise,
next we got for y'all some visual and some more vibrational activations and attunement to align y'all chakras to help y'all get in tune to actually embody this rainbow frequency during this so y'all turn your brightness up and allow colors to penetrate your pineal gland to activate you and align all your chakras.
I say. Man, every time. Yeah, it's powerful. I probably watched it a good 5 times, you know what I'm saying, before the episode. And so you already know how we do. At this time, we're going to get into the heart chakra receiving bowl. So at this time, you want to get into a meditative state. If you want to do some breath work at this time, if you want to close your eyes and have a quick meditation, this is definitely the time. I am. I say. I say. All right, so Kyle, you can lead us into the next segment with the brain gems before we
All
go into this information.
right. This is something I actually remembered and tapped back into via the inner child. When I was in elementary school, we had a sensei, and during gym class, before we started gym class, because we wouldn't want to be running around gym class all crazy, hype off lunch, you know what I'm saying, the sugar and the milk and all that. He would calm us down, sit us all in a circle, and we would do something called brain gyms. And these brain gyms just help you to focus, get into alignment, get into attunement, and send energy to specific points in your body based on what kind of brain gym that you do. So the first one that we're gonna do is we're gonna take of our hands, and we just gonna put them fingertips, all your fingertips together, and we just gonna contract and expand, go in and out as a circle, and do that for about 33 seconds. You could do it 33 times, and this is going to help bring you into a state of homeostasis and unison within your avatar. Calms you down, brings you into focus, helps you to align. Then the next one we do is to the temple, right? So you take either one finger, two finger, you could take your whole hands, and then you just massage the temple. Go forwards, then you could go backwards, and if you can, do opposite directions and switch those back and forth as well. And then the last one, what we simply gonna do is bring attention and awareness to that avatar and bring all that energy down back to the heart space again. So now what we gonna do is just tap the heart space. Tap the heart space like you a gorilla. Let your presence be known. Let your presence wear. Let your all the versions of you quantumly, subatomically, and monoatomically, let them know that they are all speaking. We are all here together. And then you can just take a deep breath to relax and take in these upgrades, activations, and integrations and downloads.
I say, I'm feeling real good about tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Much gratitude to the family once again. Much gratitude to the tribe. You know what I'm saying? We'll be using with my son for sure. I say, that's the whole point of it. You know what I'm saying? To do this on a daily, for y'all to do this in your own life, for you to do this. You know what I'm saying? These are tools. So that is amazing that the God that said that. You know what I mean?
And I love it because that comment even goes right into the segment, man. Go right into the segment.
Every aspect of this rainbow is valuable. Every color brings something to it. And so we're talking about the Rainbow Collective. And so it's going to make sense later when I say this, but this is a big love story about the divine masculine connecting back with the divine feminine. That is the key and the connection, and like I said, the love story is how we're going to sum that up, because you know we understand we no longer fight against what we feel is the enemy of ourselves, but we merge with it. And so these aspects of the racist aspect of us, where we look at somebody and say, I don't rock with that nigga because of this, or I don't rock with them people because of this, or I don't, or even how people look at us. They don't rock with us because, we're not conforming to the aspect of being dominated by a God, but actually understanding that I have the dominion of God. And some people don't like us for that. But understanding that all these aspects of judgment are pointless because they're all parts of the rainbow. You know what I'm saying?
And definitely. And even to add on to that, like emotionally, people equate certain colors of the rainbow to negative emotions. So those are the emotions that we embody. Like, for example, this one day I was riding in the car with my moms and my sister, and my mom, she's a real genuine, nice person, just happy. And this day she just decided to wear all red. And I started to notice and pick up on her energy. Like, she was very, very rambunctious that day. You know what I'm saying? And not in a toxic way, in a motherly way, but it just made me think how when certain people in our community just wear a certain color for that day, how it truly affects their emotions and helps them to operate in the frequency of that color, but in the lower vibrational dualistic way, instead of bringing both of those into synergy in a harmonistic way, and then utilizing the frequency of that color to experience life. But as far as the colors and emotions go, every color has an infinite amount of emotions that can tie to it, but we utilize specific colors in the third dimensional dualistic nature to understand what these emotions and frequencies and vibrations, how they integrate with these colors. Like, so for example, you have the color red. When we see the color red, third dimension, it goes straight to anger, it goes straight to madness, it goes straight to danger, right? Or it stimulates passion, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On a
love,
high
what they
vibration,
call love,
they call love, right? And then on Valentine's Day, they then equate love with that red color, which is passion, which is still a dualistic nature in itself, because we know that love actually is the color green, which symbolizes growth, and that's what love is about. Bring everything back into unison through growth, through the shadow work. You dig what I'm saying? So that's just a little bit about some of the science of the colors. We're gonna get deeper into it on the show.
So let's get it. So this is all about vibration, and so we literally hold love, light, and purpose for one another to open the doorway of pure freedom and alignment. So it is all about the collective. You know what I'm saying? So let me repeat that. We literally hold the love, the light, and the purpose for one another to open the doorway of purpose and alignment. And obviously that's with source. You know what I'm saying? That is with, you know, we all talking about we're not coming back here. We're not going to reincarnate, you know, but we're going to get into later of how some of us may have reincarnated to protect the stargates we built. You know what I'm saying? Which stargates are rainbows. And we're going to get into that too and break that down. But we are all one cell or soul that has expanded ourselves beyond time to embrace and guide all souls that have gone into its own divine partnership and bring them back to the heart of love and creation. You see what I'm saying? So we are essentially, some of our purposes actually here to call out the division, to bring the alignment. You see what I'm saying? But my point in saying all this is that when I say it's all vibration, when you think about sound or you think about a song, right? And all the instruments in the beat, you all hear it as one. Even though you might, you know what I'm saying? You might catch like, man, the saxophone on this instrumental in the back right now is like standing out. But I still hear the kick and I still hear the hi-hats and I still hear other things in this beat. That is the collective. This beat is its own rainbow right now. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is that every instrument has its own part to play. They all have different vibrations, but as one, it creates one instrument. You know what I'm saying? One frequency essentially, and that is what we're talking about with this rainbow. You know what I'm saying? That is what we're talking about when we say as a collective. And truthfully, when I see the collective, I see a lot of judgment. You see what I'm saying? I see a lot of us not understanding, you know, the duality of the 3D realm and not understanding the duality of truth. You know what I'm saying? If you got a problem with Christians, then your perspective is wrong, family. You know what I'm saying? Because there is an aspect of the truth that is there. If you have a problem with Muslims or any type of, because I look at it like this, right? It is judgment and it is a gang mentality. We can't unify and become this rainbow if we're stuck in a gang mentality. America has all put us to be against each other and to have this gang mentality where I'm gonna click up with this person, we're gonna click up over here, and guess what? We'll never connect that rainbow. It'll just be what Kai's talking about, just these certain colors, and now we're just stuck in emotions, just stuck in certain emotions, and we can't never master the aspect of being balanced. That's one. Because these people over here, they stuck in their root chakra. All they want to do is be depressed, angry, mad. These people over here stuck in their sacral chakra. All they want to do is have sex and get connected and connect with so many people. These people, you know, are not recharging and putting any power from the Sirius star system to their solar plexus. So they always drained. They don't even feel like they can't get no meditations. They can't get no downloads. And then obviously we're not loving correctly if our lower chakra is not balanced. You know, so the point is that we need to the power of this rainbow is that you may be a red, you may be that red energy, you may be that green energy, but understand that you may need to go merge with the blue, with the throat chakra and get balanced, because in that red energy you snapping off and you cussing people out. You may need to go balance your throat chakra and go tap in with that blue. You know what I'm saying? You may be aware on your crown chakra. You know what I'm saying? But you may not, and be logical and can guide, but you may not have no feelings and can't love and can't have compassion. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm gonna close with this, not close, but I'm gonna stop talking for a minute. But our destiny is in each other. You know what I'm saying?
And definitely, and just to help some of y'all out, some of y'all may not know each of us are born with our own color signature frequency, and you can up just type in color astrology and type in your first name and your birthday, and when you scroll down, you'll see a specific color that you're aligned and attuned with. So like the guy was saying, if you're set up with the energetic frequency of red, you need to go tap in with some blue energy, but also still tap in with all the other spectrums of colors of energy, because those are all still pieces of you that you need to integrate. Like the guy said, we ascend and rise through each other. We have activations through each other, right? So I seen a comment and Soul Child said the colors touching. No disrespect, Soul Child, but if you peep the rainbow up at the top, the colors actually are touching, because in order for that frequency to get to the next, in order for red to become purple, they have to merge through each other and carry the same vibrational frequency of resonance to be a rainbow. So these colors need to, in a sense, touch, or our energetic fields or our electromagnetic fields need to come in synergy with one another, because now we're creating that full spectrum of a rainbow collectively. And as we do that, this planet doing that as well, which is why you have natural catastrophe and disaster all over the planet. And then on some areas of the planet, it seems like nothing is going on. It's cool, it's fine. That's because certain areas of this planet is merging with people who are rooted there and are from there, that are having their activations, talking to other people, merging, and they're getting their collective activations. And now certain areas on this planet is rising. So now you see, like in Cali, it's always forest fires. That's not going to happen too much longer. You dig what I'm saying? Because what the land is doing is purging itself with that rage, danger, fire, orange, will, creative energy. And that's going to spring forth something new. You dig what I'm saying? So bring it back around to what the guy said. We all rise and we receive our activations and our shadow work collectively through each other by going within self first.
And so I like you brought it back to the shadow. You know what I'm saying? Because this is Shadow Work Sundays. You know what I'm saying? And people, we can learn a lot about the quantum realms. We can learn a lot about, you know, metaphysics and many aspects of all these different, you know, ways to connect and the ethers and just how it breaks down. I mean, we can go in on many ways. You know what I'm saying? It's very multidimensional. But if we're not using that information and applying it from a shadow work aspect, because the whole thing, we're going to talk about this at the end of the show, is about the collective detaching from karma as a whole. And so we know that karma is something that the shadow, we got to deal with the shadow to deal with karma. And so this karmic cycle, we have been in the karmic cycle collectively. You see what I'm saying? And so we must save ourselves and escape from being in alignment with purgatory. You see what I'm saying? And so you're like, okay, well, dang, what you mean? Well, purgatory is actually a holding planet for the ego. You see what I'm saying? In this place, the ego has aspects of all the lessons that have been done to ourselves and to others, but it's constantly mirroring back. So we're mirroring back our karma, essentially. It's like, I don't know if y'all know about the episode on Flash, but it's basically just about being trapped in your own, being trapped by your own thoughts, being trapped by your own actions, being trapped by the things that you agree with, you align with, you speak on, you say that are a part of your life. You know what I'm saying? And so we're constantly doing that. So niggas keep getting killed because we align with that's what happens in the hood. You see what I'm saying? Black people broke because we align with all we do is struggle. You know, you see what I'm saying? Just these different things. And so that you see a group of people collectively going through the same thing. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we're talking about, breaking. And we can break that through merging together, you know, in love and oneness, because technically the purgatory is only a place of karma. You see what I'm saying? It's a place, because whenever we're operating in our ego in the wrong way, in an imbalanced way, that's when we create karma for ourselves. You see what I'm saying? So we have to detach from this whole reality. You know, that means your family might be like, you lame. Your family might be like, you weird. Your people might not rock with you no more. You know what I'm saying? They might not never rock with you. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But my point is that's purgatory, allowing them to make you feel less than because you're not like them. So then guess what we do? We align with the old aspect of karma. And we try to be something that we're not. And guess what? We'll never be the rainbow because guess what? You don't even know what color you are. You know what I'm saying?
Can I add on to that because it's deep? Can you pull up the picture?
Let's go.
The one where the first one where it looked like the cloud looked like a dragon. You touched on something and you said mirror your shadow, and once you're not reflecting inward and paying attention to the shadow, every other person that is projecting at you, you begin to project those same things onto your shadow, and then your shadow will begin to mirror and project those same things back onto you. So you'll never be able to travel through that crystalline spectrum to be able to permeate that rainbow. So you see how before you see the rainbow around the cloud, you see the darkness or the shadow of the cloud. And from that shadow of the cloud, now you actually see a crystalline structure or crystalline figure, which is that white light, which will symbolize a crystal. The light or the shadow would be the light refracting through the crystal. So that shadow work or that neuromelanin dark matter energy, which is actually pure light, refracting through the crystal, and then now you see a luminous array of colors. You dig what I'm saying? So like the guy said, if you'll never be able to experience this rainbow energy or rainbow child, inner child, abundant, superpower like energy if you don't first pay attention to the shadow self.
I say that's what this is all about, family. This is about, detaching from fear, racism, injustice, grief, abandonment, detaching from it all. You see what I'm saying? Detaching from purgatory, and it doesn't mean, this is what's so deep. You're not detaching from your shadow. You're detaching from the collective shadow to deal with your shadow so that you can actually come back and be in alignment with those that are in alignment so that y'all can become one. You know what I'm saying? The cool thing about it is that everybody's not going to do this. You know what I'm saying? But everybody doesn't have to. You see what I'm saying? Do you believe we will get to a point of not adding any karma to our souls? Yes, that's actually what this is, the process, family. I feel like we will get there once we fully merge as one. That. And for sure. And I ain't gonna lie to you, this is a build-up for sure of information.
So, I would say yes and no, but the no is actually a yes for the simple fact of what we are as a being. So we are generators. We are cosmic alchemizers. So when dealing with alchemizing the energy of your karma, you will always build it up, but it won't matter because the work that you are putting in with yourself to build up that subconscious autonomy to be able to be aware of the shadow work that you're going through, you'll be able to alchemize it like that instead of it taking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. You dig what I'm saying? Any situation that you go through, any karmic cycle that you can stay aware of, you can alchemize it like that. So it's about being in balance with the dualistic reality that there will always be karma, just like there will always be dharma, which is good karma, just like there will always be bad and always be good. So it's about bringing those aspects of you knowing that you could do shadow work and you knowing it's going to be some damn karma, but you knowing when you bring that shadow work and knowing it's going to be karma together, it's going to be positive outlooks, positive dharma. You know what I'm saying? Positive situation.
And we have to understand this. Some of us are light beings that are just here to consistently just vibrate in love, light, and bring balance to the collective shadow. Some of us are just came back here to do that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's a thing too. And so like what he's saying, that in that type of situation, we say we're the chosen ones, but what does that really mean? Chosen to do what? I look at it like, Eternals. That's the chosen ones, but these people are, we're talking about reincarnating life after life, lifetime, and coming here and having different purposes every time we come. Well, obviously, depending on what we did in those lifetimes, that's the reason why we try to go. A lot of us want to know who we are. We want to know who our ancestors are. We want to know, because knowing who you are, knowing who you were in your past lives, help you understand your purpose today. But what you know right now, intuitively, any of us, to me, on this live know that we are actually here to bring this planet back into balance. You know what I'm saying? And so, in that alone, just in this lifetime, we know right now, like we said in the song, I'm fighting karma, or I'm clearing karma.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shadow work the best way to clear karma. You know what I'm saying? So basically, let's remove and stop being fazed by the peer pressure of the collective memory of our collective tribe, which is technically, we must reprogram the subconscious of the collective. And we talked about this probably five episodes ago about the algorithm, that we are the algorithm. They don't have an algorithm without us. The only reason why the algorithm works against us is because they're controlling us. You know what I'm saying?
And then peep too, like because we're aboriginal indigenous beings to this land, right? Neuromelanated beings was the first beings to be created. And all light comes from the spectrum or color dark. You see how many arrays and spectrum of people come from the Eve gene or the mitochondria of Eve gene. You know what I'm saying? You see how many spectrums and array of being come from the cosmos, this pure dark ether or source consciousness that exists all around us.
I say.
But I want to tap in and touch on some of the aspects and frequencies that some of the collective people may be embodying. I'm not sure if some of y'all are familiar with indigo and rainbow children, but one of y'all could be one of those three categories. Indigo children are conceptualized to have a more indigo hue to their aura, and this is because of the frequency that they're aligned on and the mission that they have to fulfill when they come here. So these are people that were born around the 50s up to like the 1980s, and these people really are here to take the system and reinstill and reinstate a state of oneness back here in this realm, so that indigo hue or that black color, that dark hue or that neuromelanated color can reflect through something called the crystal children. And the crystal children are the ones who are here to bring a real sense of unity, oneness, and omniscience to be able to refract that color, which seems like it's absent of color, through their crystalline structure. And then a rainbow or a rainbow child can be brought about out of that. So
I'll say.
Crystal children are born from the 1990s up into the 2000s, and then after the 2000s you have what are called rainbow children. And these rainbow children, if y'all ever seen Raising Dion, rainbow child. You dig what I'm saying? Dash from Incredibles, rainbow child. You know what I'm saying? These rainbow children are just super tapped in. Like, they don't really have to do nothing. They come here, they not fazed by nothing. They really don't have no fears. They're really not bothered by you. They're the most unbothered beings, the most like do things the most backwardest way, but it still work. You dig what I'm saying? And like I said, they're very, very spiritually tapped in and spiritually inclined. And these rainbow children, I like to look at that you can embody any of these frequencies of people based on if you're able to tap into that frequency. So, and if you're a rainbow child, you can still tap into the frequency of an indigo child, because that's where your energy is coming from, because it's being permeated through the fractals of the crystal child. So a rainbow child, a crystal child, and an indigo child, you can all still embody that same frequency. You just need to know how to be able to peer to the left side, to the right side, or stay in the middle within yourself. So you,
because
all of us can be a rainbow.
I could be considered as a crystal baby, technically, in the sense of, you know, crystal child, in the sense of, you know, timing, but I'm definitely indigo. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, far as the energy that I embody, you know, at this point, you know, in my life. So somebody said
that's kind of the color of the shirt you got on.
No, facts. You know what I'm saying? So bro, say, what would you deem? You know, so what would you deem star seeds? So we're all star seeds. That's the beautiful part about it.
Yeah,
everybody is a star seed.
I think he was saying, as far as the rainbow, indigo, and crystal children, like those are would you conceive as star seeds?
Right. Yeah, all of us. Yeah, every yeah, we're all star seeds. You know what I'm saying? We all came from the stars. You know what I'm saying?
And definitely. So the goal is to be able to, like we were saying, be able to peer into the shadow, bring all your trauma out, bring all your manifestations out, bring all your desirables out, bring all your, you know what I'm saying, your growth and stability out, all your trauma and your pain out, to be able to bring that into a state of oneness, crystallize it, and then be able to view your creation of what you just crystallized in a rainbow-like fashion, in a holistic fashion, in a state of oneness.
Because that's all it is. Everything is one. When you look at nature, see, a lot of us talk about the mycelium network, but do you really understand what the mycelium network does and how technically the mycelium network is connecting everything? All the trees, all the plants, the grass, whatever you see, you walk, I don't care if it's the street. You know what I'm saying? The mycelium network is flowing through all of this. You know what I'm saying? So we are already operating in. It's not about changing nothing. It's about getting in alignment. So we have to get in alignment with nature, with the Netzeru, with Ma'at. We have to get in alignment with the cosmic system that is already in place. You see what I'm saying? So this is everything is about oneness. You know, that's why there's a part in the Bible, right, that talks about different people being different colors and of different religions and all praising God. And it was like I'm talking about something that cracked the sky or something, you know what I'm saying? Something crazy happened, you know, amazing, you know, supernatural, as they would say, happened due to that collective, all those people, thousands of people coming from different so-called religions and coming together and understanding one truth understanding the one divinity, no judgment, just accepting, you know what I'm saying? And that's what this is all about, family. And so anytime, the only reason why you judging somebody is because karma, because we are reflection. So if you look at somebody, you judge them, you really judging them, that's only a reflection of something, some type of karma within you. And if it ain't karma that you have in that moment, in that area, you're building it by talking about that person. And if I'm not mistaken, we all have a problem with talking about people, which my aunt speaks on, that we should not be gossiping. Just that alone, especially in the Black community, we have a problem with talking about each other. You see what I'm saying? So that alone is to the ethers, as above, so below. We are sending negative energy that is going to be sent right back down here, that we're going to end up essentially operating in, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what we're aligning with. You see what I'm saying? How I look at source is powerful, but also source is a reflection of you. So source will reflect back what you reflect back to source. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. And to add on to that, like, we are indeed reflections of source. To conceptualize, to bring a newer perspective to what source is. Source wanted to experience itself, so it expanded itself, right? So if y'all are familiar with the law of correspondence, as above, so below, as within, so without, right? And how we all say that we create our reality. Our thoughts create our reality. Our emotions create our reality. Our inner verse creates our reality. So the things that we do internally, quantumly, you know what I'm saying, in the realm of thought, in the realm of energy, manifest physically into this third dimension, because this third dimension is a hologram. And the light that is being projected through this hologram to be what it is coming from the ethers and being projected through your crystalline structure. So with that being said, let's bring the pan back some, right? We're not looking at us no more. Now we're looking at how we got here, right? So source, right? Source wanted to experience itself, to expand itself. So source had to turn inward and do all the shadow work, do all reflection, understand everything that they could possibly be and not be, in any energy, in any vibration, in any high vibration or low vibration, evil, depressive, you know what I'm saying, anxiety, optimistic way. Source understood that this was it, this is what it was within itself. And now it wanted to experience itself. So now source did the shadow work, merged everything, internalized everything, and then was able to project it outward. So we are literally source experiencing itself through its own experience. And for you to be able to make that, yeah.
Now I got to download while you're speaking. So facts. So peep this out. This is cold. Watch this. So what's so deep is that source had to go through this process first.
Mm-hmm.
Source had to connect with the divine feminine. Source had to go
Yep.
through that process of what they call Sophia. You know, Source had to go through that process of actually connecting with the divine feminine. You know what I'm saying? And so as above, so below, as it happened on the cosmic level, it had to happen on the physical level. And so we are God in physical form for that matter as well. That's more confirmation. And we're just here walking out the prophecy and having to essentially do what Source has already done. But at the end of the day, since we're a reflection, for us to be in full Godhead and God mode as balance, we got to go through this process to connect back with the divine feminine and become one back with nature. You see what I'm saying?
It's up to us. It's up to us, man. Like we all tend to sometimes cling to a higher power, but the higher powers are within us because we all want to have like aspects and sense of control on things that are going on in this paradigm, but at the same time we need to be in a state of flow because we understand that Source is working through us. So Source already knows that it needs to be back in oneness, so we need to understand that as well to help Source put that frequency of oneness through us so everybody can collectively tap into that vibration. So like we were saying, bringing everything back to a state of oneness, to a state of synchronicity and harmonicity. I like to make up words, man.
Harmonicity. So we have a question. How do you know you were in the past life? How do you know who you were in the past life, and does that being relate to karma in this life? From my perspective, yes. Certain things that we actually deal with and certain karmic cycles that we actually have had to break in this lifetime, from my understanding and my perspective, are based off of certain things that we have done in the past life. Now, not all of it, because we, as soon as we come into this realm, we can create karma. So, so not all of it, like I said, but certain things, you might feel like this has been happening to me my whole life. Like, why this always been happening my whole life? That's probably something from the past life. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that you feel like I just can never get a break in, those are probably karmic cycles that you have to break that are from the past life. Now, what's deep about it is that you don't necessarily have to know who you were in the past life to break those karmic cycles. You see what I'm saying? You just have to do the shadow work. You have to go face those demons of whatever that area is. So whatever that area of karma is manifesting, and how it's manifesting itself in this reality, you go and deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like we talk about all the time, it starts off as a fight. It's aggressive. Two people that's looking at each other like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't rocking with you. They almost like enemies until it becomes a dance. You know what I'm saying? And they understand that, oh man, we cold with this. We can just flow together with this and do this. You know what I'm saying? And we don't got to be hurt. We don't got to hurt each other to do these movements and to get it off and to release this energy. You know what I'm saying? So that is my answer to that question.
To add on, Junie 215, to bring you to a state of omniscience, right? First and foremost, me personally, I know and experience that there is no past life, right? Everything that we are doing right now is considered a now life. Even if you have a vision or dream or astral travel and you perceive what you're experiencing as a past life, is actually a now life. So what you really have to understand is that you have karma in this life, right? The things that you do and build up negative energy around, build up karma in this life, right? So how is your now life affecting the karma of the other past life versions of you that are technically still existing right now? You dig what I'm saying? So you don't necessarily, like the guy said, have to really know who you was in the past life. Know who you are right now. You dig what I'm saying? Stop putting so much focus on the past. You dig? We have so many projections of us coming towards our past. In no actuality, fuck all that. Tap into who you are right now and relinquish yourself of the karmic cycles that you do now, because as you do that, it will release the karmic cycles of your ancestors, of the ones that came before you, of you in those previous incarnations. Because you have the awareness that you had a past life now, but now you live it. So what you gonna do now?
Hey, look, so peep this out. This is a good segue to this, right? And so the reason why these things happen and it seems challenging, right? It seems like, dang, like why this keep happening? I thought I already accomplished this, or I thought I already went through this, or I thought I already, passed this test. But it's because our new awakened light aspect of ourselves had much karma on the dark side, of ourselves, which is what he's talking about. These shadow aspects of ourselves, what you've been doing, what we did yesterday, what you did 5 months ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, how have we been vibrating? You know what I'm saying? And how have we really been showing love? Have we really been operating from this high vibration of the collective, in the sense of, we out here killing our brother, whether physically or with our words, or we out here loving the goddess, or we abusing them? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? How are we utilizing our chaos energy? You see what I'm saying? And so our dark side collectively tries to come into our minds, our body, our frequency, you know what I'm saying, our soul, to stop us and block us from our soul's purpose. You see what I'm saying? So we have to understand that karma is honestly your shadow, to be real, that is popping up and reminding you and being a reflection of what you have done for you to actually clear the karma. You see what I'm saying? It's set up so beautiful because, what'd you say, bro? That was a channel for facts,
I was gonna say facts, you know what I'm saying? 1,000%. Like, in order for you to even perceive your shadow, right? In this third dimensional realm, you have to perceive your physical body. You dig what I'm saying? And I was waiting till you put it up so I could read to him.
Yeah.
Thanks, dog. But as far as your shadow, right? Like I said, your karma is your shadow, right? And for you to, thing is, there has to be boundaries, right, set within yourself, within your consciousness, within your avatar, which is why the chakras aren't on top of each other inside your body, which is why all your organs, or your endocrine system, your endochakra system, as I like to call it, isn't all one organ. They're separated, but they have boundaries and levels within each other, so they can still flow into each other. So between your shadow, your physical body, and your aura body, your luminous body, your energetic body, there needs to be boundaries, or there needs to be alchemizers, right? So in order for you to perceive in order for this lower nature of yourself, your shadow self, to perceive itself, you have to alchemize its energy and information for you, so that it can perceive itself through the other alchemization of its aura body, its luminous body, right? Mind, body, spirit. It's all you. It's all right. It's all laid out for you. You go outside and stand in the sun, and you can perceive auras. You look at your dang on shadow, you understand you come after the shadow, and then you understand that your energy body comes after your body, and you understand that you're the medium between both of those realms, the Kabbalistic tree of life and the Kalippo.
And guess what happens? Guess what's in between? Oh my God, these men say I'm lit. Guess what's in between the darkness and the light? A rainbow. All these colors,
man.
All these colors, because
it's the alchemizers, the emotions, the elements, man. That's crazy. That's wild. That's amazing. The bridge, right? Bridge. So bring that back around. The bridge, right? So in Viking mysticism and Viking culture, right? Even when you watch the movie Thor, in order for Thor to get from Asgard to Midgard, what they got to travel on? A Bifrost. What is that Bifrost? A rainbow bridge. Rainbow bridge. Fact. So literally between the light and the dark, between you, your shadow, and your aura body, is literally you, the rainbow bridge.
See, it's funny that somebody just said the gateway, because family, we about to go into this gateway, the start gate. We about to let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's go and get it. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all got me lit. Let me fast forward. Let me fast forward. So obviously, first and foremost, we know that rainbows are stargates. And stargates are in geometrical alignment with the meridian lines of creation. So we talk about the meridian lines, but we talking about the meridian lines of creation. So some people may say, well, what are meridians? You know what I'm saying? So meridians are energy lines that flow through the body from your feet to your crown. You see what I'm saying? And so stargates are in alignment with all energy points and vortexes of creation. You see what I'm saying? So look, so when we become one as a collective, we become a stargate, and therefore we truly connect back to the ethers. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this right here, and then we're gonna transition because I want to show a picture. We must activate our stargate to activate the larger ones, to activate the larger stargates. So us as a collective, we are many different stargates, smaller stargates, right? But this part we talking about with no karma and not necessarily like this divine omnipresent where we're traveling, where we're in our Merkabahs, which is very much so rainbow, colored. Once when we're in our Merkabahs and we're out here and all this is about breaking through this. You see what I'm saying? Breaking through and unlocking these stargates. And so let me see. Let me show you this.
Why you pulling that up? Yes, man. Yes. So why is perfect? Why you pulling that up, right? First the guy was touching on meridians, right? And the energetic cores that are throughout your body that connect to this cosmic energy grid around you through your electromagnetic field, right? So if you were to trace out all the meridians in your body and potentially put it to a aerial top view and look down on it, it will look like a spiral or the Fibonacci ratio, right? Also your DNA, if you look at a DNA helix from the top, right, it also looks like the spiral of life or the Fibonacci ratio, right? And then the God also touched on vortex, right? Vortex, your chakras operate in vortex energy, right? They move in a spiral like nature, not a cyclical nature, not a circle like nature, right? How they are perceived to us, but in a spiral like nature. When you are able to read the energy of an aura, the energy of an aura actually makes cones, right, on each side. So they meet in the middle. The points of the cone meet in the middle of your chakras, and then they protrude outwards. One is taking in energy, and then one is pushing it out, right? So when the God brought up the Stargate or the double rainbow or this portal, right? Most of us have been taught and perceived that rainbows are just a bowl, a semicircle, right? But has your mind ever wandered off to what the other opposite ending side of this double rainbow looks like? Do y'all think that it comes together fully in a circle? Drop a 7 in the chat if you think it comes together fully in a circle on the opposite side. When I was doing some notes earlier, right, and I was just writing down some of the spiritual keywords dealing with the rainbow, right? I attempted to draw a circle, and I was going to do it in a rainbow on my notes. And when I tried to connect the circle didn't connect. So I'm like, I know I can draw a circle. I can do all type of artistic stuff. Why couldn't I make the circle connect? And then I stopped and I stared at it for a second. I'm like, that's because a rainbow isn't actually a full cyclical rainbow. It's actually a spiral, which is how you get the double rainbow, right? Which is how you get the double rainbow. So it's not actually two rainbows sitting outside of each other. It's actually one rainbow that is spiraling outward and creating a layer of portals, right? A layer of portals, or a layer of dimensions that, or frequencies that you can now travel to, just like everything in nature has this Fibonacci ratio. Now this Fibonacci ratio will then transform into something called the crystal ratio, because even in the fractalities of the crystal, when you line up the angles correctly, it still makes that Fibonacci ratio or that spiral of life, but it does it through angles. So it's no longer a cyclical spiral, but it's now a angular spiral to where now it's pinpoint. The fractals of light are bouncing off of each other at precise movement within yourself and externally through the cosmos, which is why you get some of these different planetary alignments and things like that, the way they are, and how you can use angles to calculate the constellations and things like that. This is what our avatars and our bodies will begin to transform into once we first turn to the shadow.
And guess what? In layman's terms, when we talk about the spiral, it's your ether, family. The same thing and the same power and that your ether has. This our ether is vortexes. This is a vortex. This is an energy vortex. You know, so it's the same difference. You know, just in layman's terms.
The tip of your fingers and the palms of your hands are energy vortexes. The tips of your toes, the bottom of your feet, energy vortexes. Your shoulders, your elbows, your knees, energy vortexes.
Right. I say it.
Visible wavelength art. Indefinitely. And
so understand this too. We say we live out of time, right? A lot of us say, you know, and we understand time is an illusion, and but also it's deep because y'all gotta go watch that Quantumania movie, Ant-Man versus Wasp. They talk about the manipulation of time in many different ways. It's pretty cool. But and I think I was watching who was it? Was I think it was Red Pill or Blue Pill going in on some things as well. That was pretty deep on that. But so understanding when we talk about karma, right? Karma is only in the time frequency. You know what I'm saying? These stargates operate outside of karma, which that means they operate outside of time. You know what I'm saying? Beyond the present, the past, the future. You know what I'm saying? And so that is the power of oneness, right? And so we're kind of like this dense energy when we're trying to do everything by ourselves. When we're trying to be whenever everybody's trying to be the egotistical, I'm that nigga, I'm that guy, and nobody's trying to come together. That is what's keeping us here dormant. And these certain energies and this certain frequency, this shifting this whole paradigm seems impossible because every man is for themselves. And this is why we can't unlock and become these stargates or these energy vortexes that will shift us to higher dimensions unless we understand that it's not about me personally. It's about what I have and I can bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think brothers bought into this boy. That's deep. I don't know about just to respond to it real quick before you remove. I don't know about buying into anything. There's nothing to buy into. You know what I'm saying? We're not selling anything.
Right. So, but dang, I forgot what I was about to say. As far as the rainbows, right? So a lot of us see rainbows. A lot of us see rainbows all the time, right? When you see something and you're experiencing something outside of yourself, that's because it's happening internally inside of you. So if y'all seeing UFOs, if y'all seeing dragonflies and butterflies, if y'all seeing ladybugs, if y'all seeing angel numbers, if y'all seeing anything like that outside of yourself, shadow people, rainbows, moonbows, these are activations and physical manifestations and projects of what you are experiencing internally. So if you see a rainbow outside of you, that's how you know that you're going through some type of transcendence, right? Some type of activation, some type of portal that you're going through. And also to add on to the aspect of rainbows being a portal, right? We know that portals and the womb, right? The womb is a portal. The portal in the womb actually goes into the moon, right? The moon actually goes into a crescent moon, right? Or one of the phases of the moon. So then you have the maiden woman and the crone, which is then also symbolizing this half circle or this semicircle fashion of the rainbow. So for layman's terms, this rainbow also symbolizes the creation energy of the divine feminine manifested, because ether would be mother, or the crone then it actually coming into fruition as light, which will be the maiden, the mama, and then the rainbow will be or not the mama, but the rainbow will be the maiden, and then the light, this luminous light that's being emanated from the darkness, will actually be the mother. So you also see these states of wholeness and synergy through the phases of the moon as well. So really just helping you to understand that this is also pure divine feminine energy as well, this rainbow.
I see. I like that you making that clear, because that's what this alignment is all about. You know what I'm saying? Like I said at the beginning of the show, this is a love story. You know what I'm saying? About the divine masculine connecting back with the divine feminine. You know what I'm saying? Which is connecting back to Christ. You know, divine feminine, Christ energy. That's the same difference. So we have to understand the duality of this, right? Which we've been talking about a lot. There is a alliance set up against us to keep us divided. You know what I'm saying? They don't want us to unlock these stargates, which will give us powers to elevate the omniverse. We could actually take over. You know what I'm saying? And bring it back to the oneness of what it originally was supposed to be. It will be out of their control, because in their control is out of control. You see what I'm saying? And so we're all about bringing it back into balance. And so I want to understand that we are fighting against something, but it's only the shadow aspect of ourselves. Because if we say that we are God, this is the shadow aspect of God, then this is the shadow aspect of ourselves. So I just want to make that clear, because a lot of us, I think sometimes we feel some type of way about the way life is playing out. Sometimes we feel like, damn, I'm getting the short end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm putting in the work. I'm serious about what I'm doing. You know, I'm meditating. I'm doing my affirmations, whatever it is. I'm studying. You know, I'm getting grounded, whatever it is. But I'm not getting these certain results. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to understand that there is another aspect of that, and that's the importance of shadow work as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do shadow work on my finances. You know, I was aligning with being broke. I was aligning with the struggle. I was aligning with, because I dealt with so much BS. I was aligning with these things because they became like second nature. They was like, this is my life. This is who I am. It's something deep. Me and my wife watched what's that movie called? The Runner. Is it the Maze Runner? And so these people were put into this place, and they were trapped into this place, but it was like an experiment or whatever was going on. But they were put there and they couldn't escape. But they had this maze that they would go through. They called them the runners, and they would let them go through the maze, and they go in the maze trying to figure a way out. They got a certain amount of time to get in and out of it. But there's certain things that kill them. They scared of it. But there were certain people in this maze where they got put here. They were trapped here. They had a real life. Certain people accepted it. Like, this our home. They was willing. There was a guy that was trying to help them get out the maze and say, no, bro, this ain't our life. We ain't got to live here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has kidnapped us and is doing this to us. People was willing to fight for that cage, fight to be an experiment, even though they knew it. And they people was getting killed. They tribe was constantly getting killed by certain things. That the same people that trapped them and built this infrastructure to keep them in this place was killing these people. They were willing to die for it. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the duality of this planet. The way that we feel how we feel about, we want to change the world, we want to elevate the world, we want to, you know, bring these certain vibrations. There's other aspects of it that are like willing to protect massa. You see what I'm saying? But guess what? Be aware, but it doesn't stop anything. It's the power of the chosen ones. It is the Eternals. It is, you know, the messengers, these different stories of these people coming together to change the world. That's who we are, family. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said too comfortable. Exactly. We get too comfortable. We should be having meetings about, you know, firearms, about protection, about generators, about solar panel this. I mean, we should really be having real conversations about how to protect, how to build communities, how to grow crops, we should really be having these conversations. You see what I'm saying? But you know why we're not having them? Because we too clicked up. We got the clique over here. We the spiritual clique. We the conscious clique. We don't rock with none of that. We too real for that. We just non-ether. We too real for that. We just over here. We got all these. We need to come together as one. You see what I'm saying? That's the point of this episode. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about, long as that, I don't care about somebody being white. If you care about somebody being white or Caucasian, whatever that is an aspect of racism, which is a part of yourself that you don't like and that you align with a part of their agenda. Yeah, we understand things happen to our ancestors, but every white person ain't racist. Just like every black person don't love you. They're not going to show it. They're not going to, so move off of vibration, family, so we can connect this rainbow. You know what I'm saying?
I see.
I'm lit. I'm going in. I know I've been talking. I've been long-winded tonight, family. You know what I'm saying? But I was super excited about this episode, man, for sure.
I see. And yeah, like things get clustered up because of deprivation of certain energy. So you see certain animals in nature begin to click up because they have to fend out for the pride or fend out for their group of what they are, right? You see certain trees together when one tree is leaning and the other one is deprived of nutrients and things like that. And the reason is because the deprivation of nutrients or the deprivation of energy. And we have to also bring back into a state of homeostasis and a state of oneness our circadian rhythm or our body's biological clock, right? Our body's biological clock, it runs off spectrums of light that are permeated and emanated from the sun. The sun is always emanating different frequencies and colors and spectrums of light, which is why some days it may look gloomy, some days may look more vibrant than other, because it's embodying both of these two different dualistic expressions of light, which is why in the movie Matrix, they utilize these two specific colors for these pills, blue and red, right? So in the rising, when you get up, the sun is emitting blue light. This blue light, it stops the production of melatonin and it puts you back into a more serious but calm mood so you can help your day get started, right? And then towards the nighttime when the sun starts to set, the sun is now giving off this red light or this warm light, which is relaxing, which is calming, which is soothing, and then it begins to secrete something called melatonin inside of your body, which is melanin and serotonin, so that you can be serious while you sleep and dream. You dig what I'm saying? So when we're doing things throughout the day, it's imperative to stay aware of. You need to be able to stay in frequency with the rainbow of spectrums of light that the sun is emitting to you, because it's governing your awake and your sleeping patterns. If you're up during the day and you stay in the house all day, no wonder why you be up all night, because you're throwing your biological clock off. You're throwing these spectrums of color off, these rhythmic vibrations of color that need to stay in unison off, so that you can't go to sleep and you can't wake up. So we need to, when we go to sleep, you know what I'm saying, at least 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying, at the most 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying, but 30 minutes to an hour before we go to sleep, we need to shut everything off. We need to really make it pitch black nighttime outside, because we're taking in a different spectrum of light now. Now we're taking in more luminous light, because not only is the sun going down and emitting this red light, but now we get into the frequency of different spectrums and colors of light from the stars. You know what I'm saying? These other suns, these other planets, other celestial bodies that are existing in the cosmos, to help us embody that other dualistic frequency of this rainbow color, because rainbows and color in general is not perceived the same way as in a white light spectrum. And a dark light spectrum or in a etheric light spectrum, red is completely different from red here in this third dimensional realm, because it's utilizing a different source of power to be that color, right? So red light in this realm, the only reason we are able to perceive all these different colors of light is because red light realm is not absorbing the light, right? It's actually reflecting it back off, so you're actually seeing what color it actually is. But when you are closing your eyes and you begin to meditate, and then you start seeing all these different colors, no wonder why you can't really tell what color that they is, because those colors don't come from here, right? So not only do we need to be able to bring into synergy our physical third dimensional colors, but also our physio spiritual colors from the ethers. And by doing that is by bringing ourselves back into a state of oneness with the circadian rhythm of the sun.
I say, I
I
say, man. So let's get into so we have a question. I'm gonna answer this question, then we'll get into a commercial break for the tribe asking about the crystals. You know what I'm saying? Um and so Fitness Goddess asks, can you take on karma from others? Example, can I take on the karma of my parents? Yes, family. So when we come here, automatically when we're born, certain parts of our parents' karma is actually in our DEA or DNA, and these are certain things that they aligned with before we came, that certain energies that we were birthed into and that were put into us during the process. You know what I'm saying? Even the trauma of our mother during birth affects us in our life, and we have to actually overcome that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like eating a burger, or pork, pork chops, with a pig that's been slaughtered. It's the same difference. Those type of things go into the DEA because these things, trauma is in the muscles, and it's a part of the cellular structure of who we are. So whenever our parents have this certain trauma, and obviously they have their cellular structure, and our cellular structure is one. As far as our mother, we are literally one with her cellular structure being created. Then we actually do carry some of their karma, and some of their ignorance, per se.
And then also just even broaden your perspective on your question, Fitness Goddess. Just take a look in nature. Just take a look at what they talk about and throw about the conceptualizations of our fruits and vegetables, GMO this and GMO that, and make sure that you got organic seeds. Make sure you have heirloom seeds, right? Is what they call them. So that you can get the original blueprint for what that seed actually is. We have to fashion our bodies back to the original cosmic ether print. I ain't gonna say blueprint. I'm gonna say ether print that our body actually has, our avatars actually have. So yes, we can take on our parents' karma because they pass things down physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And now these things are now integrated into our avatar, and now we're up to bat. Now we're carrying the torch to break these generational curses and break these different programmings from even some of our parents that could have been Agent Smiths in the Matrix that are hindering us from being what we actually are as chosen ones, or this Rainbow Collective.
And then understand that even the pain that our parents brought upon us, they were doing their part. They were actually helping us see elevation comes in the shadow. People think elevation comes in the light. No, the light is easy. The light is when you get them downloads, you just vibing high, these things come to you. You just attract in the light. But in the darkness, you have to seek and find. That's where that awareness, you're moving off awareness and discernment, intuitiveness. You're in your heart space. You see what I'm saying? I say exactly.
So
you're fearless. You're in your imagination. This is that place. And so to not even bring a conclusion, but to bring a wholeness completely to this, I'm gonna say this. We are one, and even if we are not in the same area of truth, this rainbow has different colors. Each color has different emotions and personalities, and we must get to understand that these different aspects of us have different paths for the same end goal, which is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. It's beautiful as a rainbow after the rain. So let's stop judging each other and understand that we have different paths for the same end goal.
Exactly. And to add on that, like, exactly, everybody's on their own avenue and pathway back to source, no matter what ideology or religion or spiritual path that they take. It's all going to lead you back to source at the end of the day. You're not going to see the color red reflecting off a white light and then on the other wall next to it reflect a pink light, and you're not going to see the red light say, hey, pink light, you not me. Or you're not going to hear or see the pink light say, hey, pink light or red light, you not me. they're going to come back to
Right.
that aspect of where they're merging at and realize that they're one and look at each other as the reflection that they are. So it's the same thing in conjunction with bringing yourself back into a state of oneness, as far as you being able to utilize emotions in that aspect as well, right? Because the chakra colors are assimilated with the emotions. So it's imperative that we are able to govern our emotions and have this control over our emotions so that we're able to sometimes operate in this root chakra, but through the heart space chakra to be able to permeate that pink color energy of love, of transfiguration, to also pass that down to other people. You dig what I'm saying? It's definitely about oneness, and it's about bringing that state of oneness through the activations of each other. So it's not in a sense telling a Christian person, hey, you need to put the Bible down and pick up some crystals and go outside and ground it. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Understand that they're on their own selective path to source. So you shouldn't go to them and trying to change their belief and change their views, but you bring more spectrum. You need to bring more perspective to what they already know and believe, so they can understand the same thing that you understand on the cosmic level, but just on a Christian level. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Or
like
on
when
a
I was in
Muslim.
church, right? Like I used to be a minister, you know what I'm saying, ordained in the church, you know what I'm saying, like over 5 years ago, probably longer than that, you know. But one of the mottos is that ministry is relationship. And so point I'm saying that is that if you want to connect with somebody, you know, because we obviously that's what we're here to do, to connect and to merge and to become one. Like he's saying, change the approach. You know what I'm saying? It's about relationship. You know what I'm saying? So obviously we understand like some of us be too spiritual to be able to take advantage of the 3D realm. So if you see somebody wearing I don't know, Eagles hat, you ain't gotta give a damn about the Eagles. You see what I'm saying? But you can actually start a conversation with that person and engage and kind of almost like an icebreaker and be able to dialogue with them and be able to have a conversation that you may not expect. You know, because what I know about Christians, most Christians have more questions. It's just they pastor don't want to answer it because he don't know, and the other people they go to, they judging them for the other things that they're doing, and it's vice versa. Christians judging us because we wear crystals. They only wonder who we got to say just because they got a crystal around our neck, and that's demonic. So we have to change this whole thing, and like what Kyle's saying, just change the approach. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because that's still your family. That's
crowbar. Like, is you
I'm
gonna
gonna be
go
honest
bust
with you,
down somebody?
bro. This was
Go ahead.
this was the, like, far as my own life experience. This was me and my mama having a relationship or not. We didn't have a relationship because of what I believe and what I stood on. I had to learn to have compassion and say, well, shit, I've seen some powerful things happen in the name of Jesus. I don't care what niggas talk about. We can all say we've seen something happen. It may not be in everything that we expected, but I've seen some metaphysical things. I've been around some powerful people in my life that maybe didn't know the energy they were tapping into. But my mama powerful. She just may not have the understanding that I have. But guess what? I'm carrying the mantle. We got to understand they're not meant to have the understanding that we have. They paved the way for us to have the understanding that we have. You see what I'm saying? Some of us had to learn that stuff and go through Christianity, go through this certain process, so we can learn, so we can learn and unlearn and relearn. Like I look at it from a nigga to a king to a god. You go for me. I feel like it's streets, it's nigga mentality, it's whatever we doing, we stuck into ourselves. Then most black people go to church. What does church do? Without the church hurt all that, church make you aware of love because they tell you Jesus is love, and you supposed to be. So now you just focus on. Now you got this type of awareness of this new love. Now you feel like God love you different. You fuck the people. You know this is what they're giving you. Now it's a trap, and they making you soft, and they manipulating certain things, but there's still ancient wisdom in the Bible. So you're like, okay, I know about this love, which is Christ. You see what I'm saying? You become aware of Christ. So that's all a part of the process. So some of our families are just stuck there. And it's okay. But how can we ever pull them up if they think that if they grab our rope and they say something crazy, we just gonna drop them? And we on the side of a mountain. They're not gonna want to rock with us. And we're not, and now our purpose is being half fulfilled. You see what I'm saying? And our blessings, see, keep in mind, our manifestations come through the work. It's the work. How do you treat the people at the grocery store? How do you treat your baby father, your baby mama, even though you don't like them no more and y'all ain't together, and you know, but how are you doing this for this child? What type of karma? What, this is a thing right here. This is directly from the spirit. It is important who you are raising, because you're raising their inner child. So the children that you are raising, understand that you are raising their inner child. You're not just raising them, you're raising that adult that will be in pain later from what you did, that will not be able to love, and that you want your child to have a great relationship, a marriage, success. Well, right now you can stop all that by how you're loving them. Because if you take away their imagination, you take away their purity, you take away their creativeness, their ideas, and take away how they love. Everybody's not aggressive. Everybody's not super just feminine. Figure out who they are and love them for who they are, because that's going to create who your child is as an adult.
And this is why we must connect back with nature, because nature shows us how to do this immaculately. You know what I'm saying? Nature literally shows you that some plants don't need sunlight at all. They actually prefer the shade to grow into fruition. Some plants love the sun. Some plants actually like to be underwater. You dig? So it's about the environment that you allow yourself to be in order to spring into what you are manifesting to be omnisciently. So that's a very, very powerful perspective. Don't raise your child as what they gonna be. Raise them as the inner child that they're gonna be. Like that's powerful right there.
I say that's what a lot of us are projecting. You know what I'm saying? Pain from mama, daddy, auntie, cousin, whatever. The church hurt, whatever it is. You know what I mean? That's what we end up being adults. Like, damn, man, you just had them. You know, you just sit there, you reflect, and you really broken. You tired of life. You tired of, and you start thinking about what your childhood, how you was raised. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I say. You know, I almost feel, it don't even feel right to just go into this promo right now. I feel like I'm just still, you know what we finna do? Watch the exercise again. Let's do the rainbow exercise real quick again.
What's up?
Yeah. I say. Major. All right, so matter of fact, I ain't gonna play the promo yet. Let's get it, family. Y'all know how we do. We like to get lit out these vibrations, you know what I'm saying? And so let's go and get lit for the one time. We got the chosen ones in the building, you feel me? So let's rock out one time and rock out as a collective. Let's merge together right now as a rainbow, as the energy and in the oneness of the chosen one, not the chosen ones, but the chosen one. I say,
hey, 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 hey. Get away from me. I don't do the fakery. Say bigly what I claim to be. Can you not be a hater, please? Guess around, be offended. I keep my vibe on a million. I am divinely gifted, and I set my intention. Get what I do. I am not you. I'm so me on truth. Stay lit, how about you? The chosen ones in the room. Frequency up, I'm in tune. I don't care what you assume. Try for the winners, can't lose. The chosen ones in the room. It's up in this stuff. I just keep leveling up. Shadow work till the level is done. I'm not in the rush. Big energy on chakra mode. I'm a whole singing boy. Chick, emotional dead. Now I can't live with the stress. I'd rather invest. Big healing, big healing, big healing energy. Now I don't rock with the industry. That's how much this really mean to me. I'm only me, no pretend to be. Pretend to be, pretend to be. Came from the bottom, no centipede. I'm here to hide the frequency. I don't know no one as lit as me. Do what I do, I am not you. I'm so me on truth. Stay lit, how about you? The chosen ones in the room. Frequency up, I'm in tune. I don't care what you assume. Try full of winners, can't lose. The chosen ones in the room. Pay for me. I don't do the fakery. Say bigly what I claim to be. Can you not be a hater, please? Guess who I am, be offended. I keep my vibe on the mid. I am divinely gifted. And I set my intention.
I knew I was chose cause I been zen. I be still just to go within the inner workings of my inner workings. I've been winning work that my shadow work for years. Hey, this God mind keep me in sync. And I'm not talking about the boy band. Use my mind's eye as a VR headset. I be all up in Toyland. We exist ubiquitously. We from the big leagues. Got life like a tree. Celestial being. All of us started from something small just like the egg in the seed. There's all kinds of beings inside of you. The one that you gon' become is the one that you feed. I'm the big cow. Why do you think everyone come to me for the gems and the keys? Cause we don't want. Just like when MJ showed you he can fly when he jump. Cause we don't want. We're telling the future by studying all of the stars in the months. Cause we don't want. We know the ancestors with us. We can feel them in our gut. Cause we don't want. Transmute and transduce all of the light from the sun. Cause we don't want. I am what I am cause I am what I am when I am. You know you chosen when you put you first cause you putting yourself inside of your own plan. I be talking to nature like a woman while giving my gratitude up to the flame. I say to my people, yeah, you know we chosen, so it's time for us to go and take a stance.
Shade.
All right, let's get into a quick commercial break. You feel me? Man, I'm gonna get it right, bro. I'm gonna get it at the beginning of the show one day, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't be thinking about that, bro. I swear I don't. All right, let's get it.
Affirmations daily, you should join in. Love is the vibe and we own it. The universe been talking to the chosen. The universe been talking to the chosen. God energy. Everything inside of me, feeling free.
Order your God Energy apparel now at GodEnergyLLC.com. Peace.
God energy. Everything inside of me, you feel the frequency.
And so also family, for the tribe that was asking about the crystals, you can actually order crystals as well at GodEnergyLLC.com. Also just inbox me. I have not updated the website with all the crystals and things that I have. I need to update it. So you can also inbox me on Instagram. I am King Manifest 777 for more crystals as well. I only got jewelry on there, but I actually have some more pieces and different stuff.
As far as me, I get my crystals from the goddess Nefersoul, Nefersoul, man. She got some super dope pieces. You dig what I'm saying? She make rings, she make air, you know what I'm saying? She got all kind of stuff coming out. I ain't finna put y'all on game to what she be making, but if y'all want it, she can make it for sure. Any type of jewelry.
Straight like that. So like that. Shout out to Nefersoul, you know what I'm saying? In the tribe, you know, in general, you know what I mean? So yeah, we rocked out, family, you know what I'm saying? This episode a little shorter than normal, but I mean it was constant. It was you know, it was amazing. I feel like we definitely touched on, you know, what we came to touch on, most definitely. You know,
before we leave, I want to add on real quick. You know what I'm saying? So basically, if y'all want to write it down real quick, just to give y'all some keywords that deal with specific colors, both dualistic, you know what I'm saying? So they're going to be good keywords and bad keywords to help you understand, and physiological keywords to help you understand what this color does to you within your mood and your physical body, right? So the color red really deals with passion, right? It's bright, it's warm, and it evokes strong emotion. It also deals with, on a negative aspect, the ego, impatientness, being narcissistic, right? And on a physical level, the color red, it boosts your hypertension, so your body's blood pressure, right? So, like in bullfights, right? In bullfights, the toro, he has the red flag, right? So stimulating that bull's energy to be more bunctious and more angry. And then also it also boosts your breathing, and it also stimulates your production of adrenaline as well. So, which is why that color is heavily used around with fear movies and things like that, because it
Yes,
boosts
I
your
was just gonna
adrenaline,
say
right?
fear and anxiety. Yeah.
hmm The color orange embodies an energy of being strong, energetic. It's an attention grabbing energy, right? So, construction workers wear the color orange, right? It also deals with being happy, uplifting. It boosts your into your brain. The color orange does, right? Um, and then it also induces arousal as well, dealing with the sacral chakra energy. And then also stimulates hunger. And then it's one of my favorite ones. It deals with spirituality because monks, right? Monks, their gis are orange, right? And then in even Dragon Ball Z, Goku and everybody in that realm of Dragon Ball Z, their gi was orange. You dig what I'm saying? So it also symbolizes a very spiritual aspect of that color. The color yellow obviously symbolizes the sun, the solar plexus chakra, and it's a color that reflects some light because of how bright it is, right? So um, that also goes into dealing with optimism, because when you're optimistic, you're reflecting the light or the energy that people give unto you, right? So you'll kind of find people, really Caucasian people, you'll find them a lot embodying that yellow like energy. They always just walk around smiling and happy all day. Nobody know why, right? But they just be happy, you know what I'm saying? And then it also, the color yellow boosts your metabolism, which is your metabolism is your body's ability to convert food into energy. And that also will stimulate your hunger. And then on the dualistic aspect, the color yellow deals with frustration and anger, right? So the opposing aspect to the solar plexus chakra and being courageous and you having the willpower to do something, the opposite end will you be frustrated and angry because you're not able to do something. You don't have the courage, right?
Hold on, real quick, bro. So I had to download, right, and then bro put this comment up here, right. So
hmm
what's deep is that those are all the colors of fire.
Yep. I was just about to say that. Those are all attempt getting colors.
Yes, sir. And so when you think about the fire, these colors actually um project themselves when the fire is leveling at different levels. You know what I'm saying? So and also I want to add just one thing to the solar plexus. Um we talk about the Sirius star system a lot. Understand that the solar plexus is that is like the Sirius star system inside of you. You know what I'm saying? That part as above, so below. So that is that is the representation of how you can alchemize your solar plexus to a point where you can connect with the Sirius star system. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I need to go deeper into it myself because there may be a lot of information there waiting to
Of
be
course it is.
unlocked.
Information lies in
You know what
the
I'm
in
saying?
chakras, of course.
You know what I'm
Information
saying?
definitely lies in chakras. So to
So
continue on real quick, right? Oh, you want to read the question? We can read the question. We go ahead and get in on that.
no, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
All right, for sure. The color green, it improves your reading and it improves your ability to see, and improves your vision, your comprehension. And then the color green also deals with nature, being natural, growth. It's also one of the cooler colors, right? So cooler color, these colors that actually stimulate relaxation and aspects of you being able to be serious, right? So um that will also go into the color blue, right? The color blue is calming, it's peaceful, it's tranquil. And then that also is the dualistic nature of the color red. How I said earlier, the color red actually boosts your metabolism and boosts your hypertension, your body's ability to have a fast heartbeat. The color blue actually lowers it, right? So you can kind of gauge how to, if you begin to feel yourself begin to have hypertension, go stand by some water or go look at a blue folder or something, right? To just psychoactively begin to stimulate your body being able to slow down your heart rate. Our ancient family, our ancient ancestors, they had this science. They understood colorology, which is why they had a specific feng shui or a way energy travels through their hut, their culture, their people, their environment, right? And then The last color, which will be purple, this color deals with royalty. This color deals with spirituality. It deals with calming the mind. It deals with imagination. This color also being a cool color lowers the blood pressure and the heart rate, and it's also a color dealing with mystery. You know what I'm saying? Mysteriousness. So these colors actually help to govern the emotions, right? So emotions actually deal with third dimensional chakra grid. Your third dimensional chakra grid has to be mastered, or you have to become a master student of your third dimensional chakra grid in order to be able to experience your fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and so on dimensional chakra grids, which actually tap into this rainbow like energy and these superpower like abilities like we see on Marvel movies and things like that. But you will not be able to get to these superpower like abilities by way of your higher dimensional chakra grids if you do not have the most important dimensional chakra grid in alignment, which is the 7 chakras, because these 7 chakras are the driving forces behind your intention and what energy you put out into the world, because these chakras deal with emotion, right? And this is what this whole third dimension is part of what this whole third dimension is about. It's about the stimulation of emotions. How much emotion can you arouse from somebody? How much emotion can you give somebody? How much emotion can you give to yourself? So if we do not are not able to bring these colors or energy in motion of colors in our avatar into a state of homeostasis or a rainbow, and we'll never be able to get to these higher frequencies of ability. We'll never be able to pass these higher frequencies of abilities down to our children, because we'll continue to build up these karmic cycles. We'll never be able to release this karma. You know what I'm saying? Now we can go to the question, because I got that too.
Yeah, also, real quick, when you talk about emotions, and he talking about the power of emotions, a lot of our parents try to shut off our emotions. One, and the media and the music and all that, they use that against us to control our emotions. So the movies show you how to feel about racist people, or social media show you how to feel about white people or black people or this person, or you know what I'm saying. This song actually makes you feel a certain way. So now when you go around this certain type of person, now you're classifying this as real and this is real. So you don't when you feel when this happened, you ain't feeling that. I ain't feeling what you're talking about, bro. I ain't feeling what you're doing, because you're aligning with all these, you know. So they're constantly attacking our emotions, and we have to understand emotions is your intuition, family. Don't cut off your intuition. You see what I'm saying?
And then when you bring all of these emotions or these colors to a state of oneness, right? Then you touch into something what Buddhist monks practice is actually attaining something called a diamond body or a rainbow body. Now, this rainbow body is when you're able to bring all the chakra colors into a state of oneness, to where now you transcend from your physical body, and now your physical body begins to shrink and transfigurize and alchemize and transmute the energy of this physical body to then power this rainbow body. Now, this body is equivalent to what the God was previously talking about, the Merkaba, you know what I'm saying, which has these different vast arrays of spectrum of colors. So you can achieve this rainbow body here in this physical dimension that we're in, but it just takes a lot of spiritual work. It takes you being able to alchemize a very high amount of light, right? It's called your light quotient. You have to be able to build up your light quotient, right, to be able to tap into this rainbow body. And tap into this rainbow body, you either have the choice to transcend and go into the next round, or you have the choice to stay here and continue to build up your light quotient and then tap into what I was talking about earlier, which is the 4th dimensional chakra grid, where levitation, teleportation, things like that exist. You dig what I'm saying? But it's only through bringing that state of your endo chakra system into a state of oneness, physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally.
I see. All right, so let's get to the question. So the question is, so by helping them with their karma, we also release our karma. Once again, as above, so below, family. And so, yes, this is the beautiful part about that process, right? So that is the example of breaking generational curses. We actually can break karma for them too when we do that, depending on the level, how deep we go into compassion, into, you know, because a part of breaking karma is awareness of where it came from. So whenever say I be cussing people out every day. Got a problem with cussing people out. I know my mama be cussing people out since my whole life. I saw her cuss people out. If I just embody that as me and say I got a problem with cussing people out, it'll make it way harder for me to detach from this. But if I automatically can say, well, dang, that came from my mama. Now I understand this is not even a part of me, first and foremost. So now I have compassion for my mom. And I say, well, dang, why mama be cussing people out like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what make me cuss people out like that? What type of emotion do I be feeling whenever I be cussing people out like that? Well, damn. So what mama be going through to make her, what she been going through to make her feel like this for this long, my whole life? She's had this feeling that make me that I only feel like this here and there. This mama every day. So what type of pain that she went through? And then when you go and you heal yourself and you detach from that aspect and you start to pass the test and you start to have self-control to the cussing people out and you start to, because the thing about it, the reward is when you pass the test, you feel good about yourself. So once you keep doing that, these confident builders, and you keep doing that, now you are breaking the chain completely. And then now the next test is when you do the showtime at the Apollo, when you get in the ring, the real show. Forget the little mini fights that's been happening. The practice is when you talk to your mother, and you do something that makes her cuss you out, and you respond with, "Mama, you just hurt. Mama, I went through that." She don't even got to accept it, but it's a seed planting. And at that moment, you break this generational curse. You see what I'm saying? And the thing about it is that what next episode is going to be about is removing the residue. We have a lot of residue from a lot of things that we've actually already overcame, but we didn't get rid of the residue. I'm not going to go into that because I said that's next episode. But that's like a part of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hope I answered that for you.
A way that I like to look at it is like awareness, right? So by helping them release their karma is also releasing our karma. That is through awareness, right? Being able to stay aware that you have karma and things like that, and that when you do the work for yourself, it actually does the work for them physically, because they have now a physical aid, a visual aid to now follow, or blueprint to follow, to be able to release their own karmic cycle as well. So like I said, awareness is staying aware of the war so you can gain the reward. You dig what I'm saying? Staying aware of the war within, staying aware of the war within others, and being able to, like the guy said, do the alchemization of the whole situation at light speed. That is the goal. Like I said, for us to be able to alchemize like that. That's what pure manifestation is. And on these higher dimensions, on these higher frequencies, they don't have to wait for their manifestations. They don't got to really go put in no work, because they are in a state of oneness with each other. So when they manifest, things actually come into fruition like that. So with
what
us,
the Bible saying, we have two or more gathered.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So being able to for one, do the work for yourself first. Yes, it does in turn do the shadow work for everything else around you, just like the mycelium network. Without the mycelium network, nature would not be able to communicate with nature in the way that it needs to communicate. You dig what I'm saying? The mycelium network is that form of form of awareness for nature in itself, to bring itself in a state of oneness, to help each other to release the karmic cycles, right? So you have this land over here, Africa, you know what I'm saying, sending its resources over here to the United States, right? And now that's building an energetic, non-visible mycelium network to then help certain pieces of the land do the shadow work for each other. You dig what I'm saying? So we definitely rise collectively through each other.
I'll say. And like what Rod said too, man, what the guy that said is that that shit used to be hard, bro, for real. And so it used to hurt. And understand, family, we've been feeling hurt. We've been coping with hurt. We've been running from hurt. We've been drugging away hurt, drinking away hurt, eating away hurt, sexing away hurt, trying to toxically loving away hurt. All these different things that we've been doing. So why not just go through the process, even though it hurt? You're going through the pain with with the reward in mind. You see what I'm saying? You know, understand that we just be hurting for nothing. It's like these rappers, like I talk about plenty of times, these rappers that give you a song full of pain with no solution. You see what I'm saying? So what was really the point of that song? They related to you, they connected, but then they just dropped you. When
And
that song
siphoned
was
you and
playing,
drained you.
and what's so cold is I music touches my soul in real ways. So when that song is playing, I'm like, this nigga, we're here with me, or whoever singing, rapping, hey, I feel like they're here with me. So now subconsciously, whenever this song goes off, I'm lost now. I'm damn near depressed. I gotta play it again just to feel soothed, just to feel, you know, some type of, you know, but guess what? That's not a solution. It's kind of like
It's a
it's a
band-aid.
doctor. It's a doctor and not a healer. So we've been trusting doctors, family. Y'all know about trusting doctors. Now it's time to trust. In the tribes, they didn't have doctors, they had healers. You see what I'm saying? A doctor gonna give you medicine, a healer gonna give you herbs. It's time to switch our approach. We gotta stop doctoring ourselves and stop giving ourselves these little old, you know, these prescriptions of this medication. And you know what's so cool about the medication? Medication actually makes you more susceptible to it once you get used to it. So whatever this medication is so-called helping, later on it makes you more vulnerable to being attacked by it.
And then it's even
So,
add on the medication is a fix, like I said, a quick band-aid. Whereas, you know what I'm saying, you take the more medicinal and holistic approach, these herbs are actually going to put you through more pain and more hurt and more trauma before you actually start feeling good. So that just goes to show the dualistic nature in it, that you literally have to go through this pressure, you have to go to this pain, you have to go to this hurt, this trauma, disappointment, this not being able to step up to the plate, whatever the case may be, in order for you to step beyond that now. You dig what I'm saying? Because now you done walked and travailed through your own underworld to be able to go into the overworld and then bring it back through back into a state of oneness through the middle world or the earth or you, the body. Now
somebody
you
said
got
now you
side
got
effects.
side effects. Come on now. And guess what? Let's break it down again, because here we go again. Doctors prescribe you medicine that give you side effects. Healers prescribe you herbs that give you benefits.
Give you the cure.
You feel me? If right now you
Yeah.
can Google the side effects and the benefits of anything, you see what I'm saying? Side effects is negative. You see what I'm saying? But you don't get no prescription or medicine. It say the side effects. It don't say the benefits of this. You see what I'm saying?
And
Like,
and then they try to trip you up. You dig what I'm saying? Because they give you the side effects and then they say nausea, pain, this, that, and the third. But then you go into an herbalist, and the herbalist, their diction just will be different. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be side effects, it's actually release. It's actually detoxification. You dig what I'm saying? To where, as far as when you're using these more allopathic community like drugs, you're not getting no release. You're not getting no elimination or anything like that. What you're getting is more clogged. You dig?
you're
Is more
tricking your
backed
brain,
up. Or,
actually.
you know, you get more suppressed, oppressed, and depressed, repressed over and over and over and over and over again. They processing this, man.
Mm-hmm. You know, so at the end of the day, family, we have to disconnect from purgatory and merge with oneness and the collective, and understand that our purpose is in each other, our destinies in each other. You know what I'm saying? And obviously it starts with self. So figure out what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to be doing, what is your purpose. But don't disconnect and don't be connecting with the tribe, and don't be out here, you know, because guess what? You can be inspired. You may not know your purpose today, but you can see a video, or you can hear a song, or you can have a conversation, and it'll inspire, like, man, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So stay aware of that. And I want to touch on this real quick before we close with this Pisces energy, family. It's been real. So I want to make you aware that this is a time, and has been a time, of release, disconnected from karmic cycles, and a time of awareness of I'll put it like this. It's like I said, disconnected from karmic cycles, but understanding past lessons are not my future and not your future and it's like what Kyle was talking about, not living in the past. So this Pisces energy is giving us opportunity to disconnect from the past, to disconnect this Pisces energy. If you want that shit to go, it can go. Don't hold on to it. It's like, just let it wash away is my point. If these things is washing away right now, family, let them go. No matter how much you think you love it, if it's washing away, let it go, family.
Right now, we in the energy of disconnecting from the past to reconnecting to what is lasting, to what lasts. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, that's self. That's you. Bringing yourself back into a state of oneness with self. You know what I'm saying? The Rainbow Collective. You know what I'm saying? Through the inner child.
We are each other.
Indefinitely.
So yeah, much gratitude again to the tribe. We about to tap out. I for some reason I feel like it's something else, but that's how I be feeling. That's what it is. Yep. I ain't even finna tell y'all. Let's get it.
See the plot twist. I used to be a reactor. Anybody tell you my bro in here right now? Both of my bros in here right now. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you like I used to be snapping on people. I'll tell you in a minute what you're saying is irrelevant. I'll let you talk, so that's irrelevant, and then say my point, and very just didn't, but truthfully, that karma kept coming back to me because doors were getting slammed in my face. I was feeling like people was treating me like an asshole. Mama, I love you, I love struggle, we ain't know the meaning. Forget a puddle, I cry oceans and nobody seen it. It's pure emotion I've been holding, I miss you like I'm grieving. Cause we ain't talking, I need you. And if you thinking Jesus, now that ain't what I'm thinking. I see crisis way deeper than what people speak. We a tribe, we a family, can we kill a beef while we still breathing? This life has meaning. Feel the cries of my soul. We are not alone. Remember, we got a connection without cell phones. Remember, generational trauma is not set in stone. So forgiveness, cause we all have done somebody wrong. I say, I will show compassion for my mama. Be the example of what I want. I bring peace to the drama. Shadow work the best way to clear karma. And I'm clearing karma. I'm still clearing karma. I'm out here clearing karma. Shadow work the best way to clear karma. And I'm clearing karma. Still clearing karma. I'm out here clearing karma. Shadow work the best way to clear karma.
Open the heart cause I'm 2 Chainz too. Sell bars cause I've been in tired moments and I lost juice. Watching life from projections from another screen. Need another scene. Remotely controlling my receiver on the wide spectrum, ain't no Wi-Fi scene. Looping through life on the ring. Ouroboros. Tired of people funky energy trying to seep its way up inside of my Taurus. Feel the vision on the stampede of the spelling you cast as a course. Really wanna be moving as a team green. Down to earth like a tourist. Big bucks running through the forest. Gotta stay aware cause I will not bear being stuck in forest. Smoky is a stare. Seem like you don't care. See it in your focus cause you ain't got focus. It's your first eye open. Feel like I've been choking. You say you just joking. Now I see how to stay conscious of my intel coming from my emotions by putting the inner in motion with healing the ego provoking under the moon of the ocean. Feeling my flow reawoken. I never thought I could be broken, and I cannot be pushed over. It's Kai. I'm clearing karma.
I'm still clearing karma.
Clearing karma.
I'm out here clearing karma.
I ain't clearing karma.
Shadow work the best way to clear karma.
Re-engineering karma.
I'm clearing karma.
I'm clearing karma.
Still clearing
And
karma.
I'm feeling karma.
I'm out here clearing karma.
Clearing karma.
Shadow work the best
Way to clear karma.
It's like, bro, that's what you're giving to people. You see what I'm saying?
A lot of people don't understand too, like those karmic cycles, And those behaviors, that negative thought process, it becomes hardwired into your body. Your body is controlling you, not you controlling your body. So when it's time to change, it's really hard for, so many people to like fully change because your body is in control, not you in control. Your mind is not in control of your body. Your body is in control, so it's still creating all of those experiences because that's what it's used to doing. You know what I'm saying? Those emotions, the thought process, deep down in your subconscious is embedded in there, but that's why it takes, you got to do the work every day. Energy work. You got to do it every day. You can't even sleep on yourself.
Man, you know how we come and count, man. I just follow the spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm listening to this song like, Slay, man. Slay, man. This is food divine, bro. This is, oh my God.
Definitely.
Oh, man.
I low-key forgot we had this song.
Bro, and what's deep, I've been looking at this song since we started. And I was like, nah, I ain't playing that. I was they don't really,
It definitely just fit for.
Even with the questions about child, the current oh man. And Nefer Soul has confirmed that, because I know they put it on all type of platforms. So I guess she's saying it's still on SoundCloud. So y'all can actually go tap in on that. And if it's not, we'll let us know. We'll upload it definitely tomorrow. But Shadow Realm family, King Manifest, Kai Khalil, Shadow Realm, Mycelium Healing, which is deep. We talked a lot about the Mycelium Network tonight as well. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, much gratitude to the tribe. Peace, love, abundance, prosperity, and healing. I say
Much wholeness, much gratitude to the tribe, man. And make sure that you're using a rain broom to sweep yourself out, to create new space for yourself, and not just no regular broom. Make sure your broom is the color of the rainbows. Wholeness, light, and Ashe.
Okay, artificial love is not okay with you being you.
Yeah.
Artificial love got something to say about everything that you do. When you do something that's real you that they don't align with, artificial love finna call you out, act funny, say you acting funny, say you switching up. They're finna do everything that they can to get you to go back.
Yeah, they're gonna try to just.
You know what I'm saying? Artificial love doesn't come with elevation. It's a place of where you think you're building patience, but you only procrastinate.
Spray my house with frankincense to start my day again. Yeah. Today I had to disconnect from my low vibrating friends. Yeah. Spray my house with frankincense to start my day again. Hey. Tell me what part of receiving love make you hate a man. Let's talk about it.